Well, here's the headline. Bette Midler gets attacked as a TERF, that's a trans exclusionary radical feminist, after saying women are being erased due to terms like birthing people and people with vaginas. Now, Bette Midler is your very typical leftist celebrity idiot who will immediately virtue signal in whatever direction that the legacy media wants her to, just like the rest of them. So this would seem to be pretty uncharacteristic. Let's take a look at this. Now, here's her tweet, and this is in response to Roe versus Wade being overturned, and doubtless she's probably under the misapprehension that abortion has been banned in the United States because, well, she's a leftist celebrity idiot. But anyway, here's what she tweeted. Women of the world, we are being stripped of our rights over our bodies, our lives, and even our name. They don't call us women anymore. They call us birthing people and menstruators and even people with vaginas. Don't let them erase you. Every human on earth owes you. Now, of course, she's correct about, birthing people and menstruators. I mean, these are utterly dehumanizing terms for women, but I think this is a prime example of a low information voter. Because she should have known that when she voted for Joe Biden and when she encouraged other people to vote for Joe Biden, that she was supporting this. She was supporting terms like birthing people and people with vaginas. But anyway, now the question is here, is she aware of who the people are that use terms like menstruators and birthing people and people with vaginas? Because I've got a feeling she thinks it's conservatives. I'm not sure she realizes that it's her own side. And you have to remember that woke virtue signaling is actually pretty easy. They tell you to put a flag up, you put a flag up. If there's some emoji you're supposed to use, you use that. Anderson Cooper will tell you what you're supposed to support. It's easy. You just watch Anderson Cooper. He's going to tell you. And let's take a look at Bette Midler's Twitter page here. Well, she's got the Ukraine flag up. Okay. So far, so good. She says, we love our guns more than we love our children. It's very left-wing. That's great. Anderson Cooper would totally support that statement. But this criticizing being called birthing people and menstruators and people with vaginas, no, the left likes that. Your team likes that, Bette Midler. You're supposed to be all for that. And the fact that, this is somebody who is quite slavish with their leftist virtue signaling, it leads me to think that she doesn't understand what her own side calls women. And is this a very important story? No, of course it's not an important story. It just shows you that wokeness is actually kind of confusing and incoherent. And if you step on the wrong side of it, it doesn't matter what a mindless drone you've been before then. Now you've got a target on yourself. Let's see, it says here that using terms that the woke mob finds not inclusive, like women, landed her in a host of trouble, and she was labeled right-wing, of course, and a TERF, a derogatory acronym used by some leftists that stands for Transgender Exclusionary Radical Feminist. So she got comments from blue check marks like this. Ah, yes, Bette Midler just outed herself as a transphobe. Honestly, though, I'm not entirely surprised. And I'm going to bet this person had never even thought of Bette Midler before. But I guess it's probably time for leftists to go through her Twitter history to find some other transgression now. Let's go through some random responses to this on Twitter. It's because not only women menstruate, give birth, or have vaginas. Trans men do all these things, as do non-binary folks. I love you so much, Bette, but you gotta do better here. No, she doesn't actually. She's right. And she's right because only women menstruate, give birth, or have vaginas. Although I do have to qualify that statement with saying that I am not a biologist. Here's one. Libs, Bette will sadly probably delete this eventually. The one time she was right, too. Here's an interesting one. There's literally kids out there who were given birth to by men. This already happens, and you can find decades of news stories gawking at us for it. I'm going to say there is literally no kids out there who were given birth to by men. Sorry. Here's another one. Not all people who menstruate are women, Bette. They are, though. That's the thing. They are. And, this is the kind of lunacy that she has courted with her left-wing virtue signaling. Sorry to tell you. What did libs of TikTok say? They said, who's they? that are changing these terms. Yes, it's your side, Bette Midler. Are you aware of that? Here's one from a Twitchy team. Who wants to tell her? Bette Midler had enough of people who won't say women and use terms like birthing people. And here it says, we've traced the call. It's coming from inside the house. That's right, from inside your house, Bette Midler. Stephen L. Miller. Who is doing that? You see, a lot of people are wondering if she doesn't actually understand the dynamics of this situation. So, I don't know, I guess, is Bette Midler going to get kicked out of the left now? Probably not. She's probably grandmothered in, I guess. She posts things like this. There's Trump angry, and there's Lindsey Graham angry, and there's Brett Kavanaugh angry. And then there's the woman who just made up a bunch of stories in the January 6th hearing. And I guess she looks calm and composed. Which, I guess being able to lie convincingly under pressure, I mean, it's not a sign of character, but it is impressive. So there you have it. Bette Midler's a TERF now. Maybe she can call J.K. Rowling for advice. I don't know. Anyway, please subscribe, like, and share. Sharing really helps me out. I really notice when people share my content. It makes a big difference. Thank you very much. I'll see you next time.